Morning. There's been some complaints. Well, not complaints. I think people have just noticed that the content's been a little different since I came back from my holiday. Well, the reason for that is it's been the classic car show, and I've been pretty busy running around with cars. And November this time of year, there's always car stuff going on. So we will get back in the studio next week and start talking about doom and gloom instead of having fun. Sorry for me having too much fun. Great videos coming up. Video on this car. That might be tonight. And then I'm taking a Saab to a dyno today, and then possibly Sunday night, really good video with I got another one with Richard from Challenger Road, but talking about his car collection. And Richard's a really cool dude. I really like the guy, and I'm an excellent judge of character. No, I'm joking. But basically, yeah, a lot of car stuff going on. I've seen Richard twice this week because I went down there Tuesday, and then I left my GoPro, and I needed it back because it's got all the footage of my epic Mercedes documentary from the show. So fair bit of content coming up this week on cars. But for now, I want to talk about this one from a few days ago. Sadiq Khan plotted £2 per mile charge to drive in London. Leaked documents reveal the cost of road journeys in the capital would have almost trebled. So this is the senior money reporter for, I think this is Money or the Telegraph or something. It was sent to me. But basically, I've been banging on about pay per mile for the skies are weird as well. The weather is just super weird, but let's not talk about that. I've been banging on about pay per mile for 3 years. I know that they want to bring in pay per mile. I know that the cameras are there. They've got the capability nationwide. They're just trying to get the public consensus to do it, and they're not getting it because we're all standing up and saying, no, enough is enough. I will be doing more on road tax soon. £415 a year to pay road tax for this car that was less than £1,000. It's getting ridiculous. The conspiracy theorists will say that the government just want you off the road. They want you out of your car. They want you not moving around, and they want to track your every move. It's true. They're not even conspiracy theories anymore. Look at everything that's going on. They're claiming that the ULEZ is about raising money for Transport for London. You don't need to raise any money. The government has got all the money they could ever possibly want, and then they can print some more. And if they are short of money, then maybe they should look at what they're actually spending their money on, like foreign aid and Ukraine and net zero and, all these people that are coming over into hotels. 50,000 a month coming over that all need paying for. Because there's no way all of these people coming across on boats are contributing to the British economy or society or culture at all. So I just stop all of that. So it's not about money. Let's take a look at the article anyway. Sadiq Khan considered charging motorists £2 a mile to drive in London, the leaked documents show. The flagship pay-per-mile road charging scheme was expected to be introduced in September 2026 as part of the Labour Mayor's drive to meet ambitious net zero targets. The net zero narrative is crumbling. It's absolutely crumbling. And now it's been helped by the fact that Donald Trump has got in over the pond. The plans would have seen the cost of road journeys from outer London into the centre of the capital almost trebling. Can we think of a single thing that Sadiq Khan has done that has been good for London? Anyone got anything? Please let me know in the comments. Tell me something that Sadiq Khan has done that has made London a better place. Such road pricing schemes have been branded inevitable because the Treasury faces a 30 billion loss in tax revenues thanks to net zero policies enforcing the switch to electric vehicles in coming years. Listen to that. Listen to the gaslighting that is going on here. Pay per mile is going to be inevitable because of the tax loss due to net zero. Scrap net zero. Get rid of all the electric car incentives. Leave things exactly as they are. And then you don't have a 30 billion black hole. It's all fake. We're being gaslit into ending up with this world where everything is surveilled and we have to pay for our every single movement. Plans leaked on Tuesday showed how the London Mayor plotted to charge £2 per mile to drive inside the current congestion charge zone on top of a £5 daily tax. See, they're not even calling it anything other than a £5 daily tax, are they? Mr. Khan has since made clear he's ruled out the pay-per-mile policy because he would have been turfed out of office by angry motorists. However, internal modelling by Transport for London, who are broke, seen by London-centric blog, shows the proposals would have added tens of pounds to road journeys in the capital. Under the Labour Mayor's plans, the cost of driving from Upminster to Oxford Circus and back would have trebled, rising from £15 for the congestion charge to £40. £40 for one car journey, and a short car journey at that. Similarly, at present, somebody driving a ULEZ compliant car on a 30-mile return trip across inner London from Highgate to Fulham would have incurred no cost other than petrol. Under the TfL modelling, the journey would have cost an extra £15 in paper mile charges, according to the London-centric blog. Right, you need to understand, this is how they do things. It's just a little bit of road tax. It's just Euro 7 emissions and Euro 7 emissions, and then you won't have to pay too much. The Euro 7 emissions is now out of date, so we're going to raise your road tax to £90. Your car insurance is now going up as well. The price of fuel is creeping up. It's just pay per mile. It's just £1 per mile for the moment. And then things creep and creep and creep and creep and creep. And before you know it, you're a lobster in a pot. That was a terrible analogy, but basically it's the lobster in the pot thing. So if they say, it's just going to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. ULEZ, just in the really populated areas, will have low emission zones just in the really populated areas, and 20-mile-an-hour zones will just have those outside school. And before you know it, 2 weeks to flatten the curve has turned into the biggest wealth transfer in history, and everybody is mentally changed forever. But I haven't forgotten. The London Mayor expanded the ULEZ in August 2023 to include all 32 of the capital's boroughs. Those in inner London, the original ULEZ zone would have been charged 60p per mile, with 40p per mile fee applying across the rest of Greater London. It's understood that no final decision on pricing was made. Do you know why they didn't make a final decision on pricing? Because they didn't need to. Because it doesn't matter if they start with 5 pence per mile. Next year it'll go up, and it'll go up, and it'll go up, and it'll go up, and the zone will expand, and it will expand. It's the same play across everything. The Project Gladys model also suggests 600,000 fewer car trips would have been made under the policy. There we go, 600,000 fewer car trips. That's what they want, isn't it? Replaced by 170,000 extra bus journeys and 210,000 trips made on foot. 170,000 extra bus journeys on what? The electric buses that keep catching fire, and on foot. Brilliant. You're going to get mugged or raped or shot in London, because the crime statistics in London have gone up by something like 35% in the time that Sadiq Khan has been mayor. So there you go. That is something that Sadiq Khan has improved in his time in office. Crime's got worse. Officials expected that the remaining 220,000 road journeys would simply evaporate. Yes, because London is a third world shithole, and the only people moving around London would be asylum seekers, and they'd be doing it for free, because that's what Sadiq Khan wants. He wants asylum seekers to be able to travel around London for free. Hey, 30 billion black hole in the finances. Asylum seekers travelling for free. I think I've worked out somewhere we could save some money. They should recruit me to run the finances of Transport for London. The document set out a roadmap for implementing the paper mile scheme. Following an initial trial, public consultations would have taken place throughout 2024. Yeah, they would have been ignored. And London's signage would have been replaced in 2025, with drivers charged by the mile from September 26. It's understood that Mr. Khan backed away from the proposals. Listen to this. After the Uxbridge and South Ruislip, by-election in July 2023 was won by the Conservatives, who ran an anti-ULEZ campaign. Oh, look, democracy. Conservatives who ran an anti-ULEZ campaign took the power of those councils away from the pro-ULEZ people in a democratic vote, because the people are against the ULEZ. He knows that if he carries on, he's going to completely... Well, he hasn't got the respect of the people anyway, but this is the thing. A Telegraph revealed in April that Mr. Khan had already spent $3 million of taxpayers' money. There you go, some more for that black hole. Planning a future paper mile charging system called Future RUC. RUC, I remember that from a video years ago. 9 Labour-run councils have voiced support for paper mile or road user charging in recent years, because they hate their constituents. Sir John Armitt, the government's infrastructure czar, said last month that motorists will inevitably end up paying paper mile to drive on Britain's roads as the switch towards electric cars drains away fuel taxes. Listen to that. The switch from electric cars is draining away fuel taxes. I am being lied to. You are being lied to. Those are lies. because it's nothing to do with the shifting change in the vehicle excise duty bucket of cash. It's nothing to do with that at all, because if they had a problem with the fact that they were losing money on electric cars, then they would stop incentivizing electric cars. It's that simple. It's all utter balls. Feels like a long time since I've said it's all balls in a video. A Mayor of London spokesman said paper mile charging has been ruled out by the Mayor and no such scheme is on the table, which means it's ready. A Transport for London spokesman said, when we consulted on expanding the ULEZ London-wide in 2022, we also asked people for their views to help shape the future of road user charging in the capital. We did exploratory work around a number of different policy options, including distance-based charging. That's another name for it, isn't it? How many more names can they come up for a system that involves thousands and thousands and thousands of cameras and you spending more money, with the country not getting better at the same time? You can call it what you want, but it is 1984 full-on surveillance, power and control. It's not even about the money. But such a scheme has not been developed, that's balls, and a proposal in London, the Mayor has ruled it out. Right. The cameras that they've put up, all these ULEZ cameras and these cameras that are going up everywhere, have far more capability than what we are being told. That's my video for this morning. Now I've got to go drive a car to a car wash and get a taxi to pick up a Saab to take it for a dyno to find out how much power it's got, which is much more fun than sitting in my car ranting about how grim the world is. But apparently that's mostly what my YouTube viewers want to watch, and I will deliver more of this style video next week. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of the video.